Quaid Azam Pot 316. We need, however, to go back by just a few days, for then took place a rather momentous development. On 4 February 1947, Field Marshal Lord Wavell recorded in his diary just after lunch, I had a letter from PM by special messenger dismissing me from my post at a month's notice. Not very courteously done, that was all that Wavell recorded in a personal journal, but is leaving the Viceroy's position a major development vitally affecting his future. Wavell's reaction is that of a soldier, stoic, almost dour, taking good with the bad, without breaking stride. For a text of this letter from Etley and Wavell's reply, please, if we can find it in the appendix, and that's what I'll read for you as well. On 20 February 1947, the British government's white paper on the constitutional future of India was presented by the Prime Minister in House of Commons. Introducing it in the House, Etley said His Majesty's government desired to hand over their responsibility to authority established by a constitution approved by all parties in India in accordance with the cabinet mission's plan, but unfortunately there is at present no clear prospect that such a constitution and such authorities will emerge. The present state of uncertainty is fraught with the danger and cannot be indefinitely prolonged. His Majesty's government wished to make it clear that it is their definite intention to take necessary steps to effect transference of power into the responsible Indian hands by a date not later than June 1948. He announced formally on this date that the appointment of Lord Louis Mountbatten, RN, as the next Viceroy Governor General of India, as the next Viceroy and Governor General of India in succession to Lord Wavell. Speeches by the opposition in both houses of the Parliament criticised the Prime Minister's statement on the ground that the date selected was far too early. It smacked the haste and panic. In the House of Lord Campbell Johnson then wrote, a galaxy of names famous in the annals of Indian administration for over a quarter of a century addressed themselves to Lord Templewood's stern declaration that the time limit was a breach of faith imperiling the peace and prosperity of India. This was a telling observation in coming as it did from the Lord Templewood. This motion in the Lords as formidable challenge to the government, were it to receive the support that he sought, then that would render a united and national approach to India's independence near impossible. By the time Lord Listowel had wound up the first day's debate for the government, the prospect of avoiding a division and a defeat appeared bleak. It was Lord Halifax's masterly intervention, marked by his knowledge of India's problem, that then saved the Lords from recording this agreement. It was his Halifax lost great decisive intervention in Indian affairs, reaching out far beyond the confines of the party faith and discipline he declaimed. With such knowledge as I have, I'm not prepared to say that whatever else may be right or wrong, this step must on all counts certainly be judged to be wrong. For the truth is that for India today there is no solution that is not fraught with the gravest objection, with the gravest danger, and the conclusion there I reach with all that can be against it is that I'm not prepared to condemn what His Majesty's government are doing unless I can honestly and confidently recommend a better solution. I should be sorry if the only message from the House to India at this moment was one of the condemnation based on what I must fully recognize are very natural feelings of failure, frustration, foreboding. Alan Campbell Johnson thereafter records, how Lord Samuel told me afterward that it was the most persuasive speech he had ever heard delivered in the House of Lords, and that its impact was such that many conservative peers who before before he rose had firmly decided to vote against the government changed their minds while he was speaking and fell in with his appeal to Templewood to spare the House of the necessity of going to a division.